I think we all are dealing with enough heavy shit in the world. And I think we just need lighthearted, happy episodes.
Yes.
Which is why we're here on another episode of Two Hot Takes.
Exactly.
I'm your host, Morgan.
And I'm Lauren.
And we're coming at you with an animals episode today.
Which I cannot wait for. I hope it's good.
It's good. The stories are super... They're dramatic, but they're also lighthearted and kind of like a what the hell.
Okay. Well, I have an animal one that I literally can't wait to share because...
Oh my God, I'm nervous.
It like makes my heart... I don't even know how to explain. You'll understand when we get there.
Okay. Well, let's dive in.
Okay, let's do it.
So, animals. What did we do to deserve them?
I have no idea.
I don't either. They're incredible. Having an animal has been proven to increase your life, decrease blood pressure. Like having an animal is physically, mentally good for you. And
So true.
despite that, they cause a lot of drama. So today's episode, animals.
I decided, speaking of causing drama, I decided that anyone who hates cats, I don't fuck with. I don't fully trust. Like, I understand if you're just like, they're not my preference.
Yeah, some
I haven't
people-
had a good experience. Like, but if you tell me that you genuinely hate cats, I don't trust you.
I think you cannot be a cat person,
Exactly.
but not hate them.
Yeah.
I think if you like physically hate cats with a burning passion, like who hurt you?
Yeah.
Just like animals in general. Like like Alejandro's terrified of butterflies.
Yeah.
Weird to me. I think they're cute.
So random.
But yet I realized I really don't like frogs. So that one's kind of weird. I think it was growing up in Minnesota and
I don't like cockroaches.
Yeah, well that's kind of a normal. That's
Go
kind of a normal
on.
one.
Sorry, I cut you off.
But I think it's from growing up in Minnesota and accidentally stepping on them in the summer.
Oh, that would that would be tough.
Just traumatized me.
Oh my God.
So I don't like frogs. So like I get it, like the little slimy, but some people have frogs as pets. So I don't know. Like to each their own.
True.
To each their own.
Yeah. No, but and then any of the listeners, like it's not that serious if you've made a comment that you hate cats. Like I have friends still that have said that. But like
Lauren will still like you.
But I'm just saying it's if people like genuinely hate an animal, like especially like but one that is known to be a companion.
Yes, but cats can be a little buck wild.
They can be absolute assholes. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like
so can dogs though.
I've seen but cats more often. And like I've seen the biggest like entitled cats like ever.
They just do whatever the fuck they want.
So I'm not like this blows my mind that people don't like cats. But however, I just to like genuinely hate, that's I don't know. And you just haven't met the right cat yet. That's the thing. They're just more picky.
They are very selective with who they like.
Yeah, exactly. And I always say to people who say they hate cats, this is my main motto, you don't hate cats. Cats hate you. Because if cats didn't hate you, there's no way that you could possibly hate them. Drops mic.
Where did you get that one? Chicken soup for the cat lover's soul?
No, it just came to me. Like it's probably a phrase somewhere else, but like I genuinely came up with it by myself.
Well, let's just start off with a cat story.
Okay,
then.
let's do it.
Am I the asshole for feeding earwax to my cat?
Yes. Yes. That's weird.
The overall vote on this one is not the asshole.
I don't like that. I mean, unless there's good benefits to it that I don't know about, then yeah, of course, that's fine.
Cures your cat's cancer.
Yeah, then of course. But like, I've never heard of that, so it's weird to me.
Well, let's see what their reasoning is. I know the title is gross, but bear with me. My cat loves earwax more than anything in this world. At first, I was perplexed when she kept stealing my roommate's earplugs, earbuds, Q-tips out of the garbage bin, etc. While trying to get to the bottom of why she kept stealing these things, I found out that some cats are naturally attracted to the scent of earwax because it contains an animal protein that is part of their diet.
Interesting. Wow.
Who would have known?
Oh, that is crazy. That's kind of cool. I love when we get to learn things.
Learn something new every day. Wow. I thought it was gross, but also kind of hilarious. To test my knowledge, I stuck my finger in my ear to see if that would get my cat to react the way she does to the other ear objects. She wrapped her front paws around my finger to hold it in place and licked all the earwax she possibly could. I'd never seen her licking something like this.
Oh my God.
How much earwax does this person have?
I don't know. I don't usually have that much.
I mean, I've seen some crazy TikToks with those ear cleaning
Oh God, I
kits.
want to do that so badly. Every time I see it, it makes
I
me
bought
like,
one.
I
can
need
do
to do
it.
it. Like when I watch it, I'm like, oh my God, that's in me. Like I need to get it out. Like that
Yeah.
looks so satisfying.
Or if you see the little camera, like the
yeah.
nose, and throat doctors, they have the little cameras that go in and you can see all the wax like hanging on your canals.
so satisfying. I'm like, get that shit out of me.
God. Wow. Soon, earwax mostly became a replacement for cat treats. It was healthier, easier to access, completely free, and she seems to prefer it over her store-bought treats anyways.
She's looked into this though. She knows that it's safe.
Yeah, I mean, we could fact check,
Yeah.
but I mean, it seems like OP has kind of done their research. Note, I only replace the treats which she gets as a reward occasionally. She still eats cat food for her meals. I've also told my vet and she thought it was amusing and didn't see any problems with it. Fast forward to now. My aunt is staying over for a couple days. I thought she was out of the room, so I stuck my finger in my ear and let my cat have a go as a reward for behaving so well with a stranger in the house. As usual, she licks until my poor fingertips are sore from her sandpaper tongue. I turn around and notice my aunt standing in the door, horrified.
Why does that feel like a movie?
This is like some Meet the Parents moment. Like Jinxie pooping on the toilet.
Like I just visualized
vibes.
that so perfect with the aunt just like jaw dropped in the door.
Yeah. Zoned out, like, what the hell's going on? I tried to explain, but she didn't want to hear it. And here's where I think I may be the asshole. She told me that was absolutely disgusting and that I shouldn't, quote, trick my cat into eating gross things because she doesn't know any better. She texted my mom, who called me and allowed me to explain. But even still, my mom said, don't do gross stuff like that in front of other people. Reddit, am I the asshole for feeding my cat earwax?
I mean, no. As long as it's not bad for the cat, then absolutely not. She's not tricking the cat. The cat literally told her this is what I want by going through the garbage can. Is there a picture of it?
Yeah, so when you post stories related to your pet, you're supposed to pay what's called a pet tax. So it means like you basically, in order for people to engage, or their reward for engaging with your post is they need to see your pet. So it's like, my dog ate a pair of Gucci shoes.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole for not replacing them? Yes, in that case you would be because they're Gucci. But you're
I
expected
remember that
to
story. That we didn't do that online, but we talked about it, and I was like,
it's coming, folks. It's coming. But you're expected to pay a pet tax. So the person attached a picture of the cat licking the stuff off their finger. It's pretty cute. I mean, the cat has her little hands.
The cat has its little mittens, like with white paws, just wrapped around. It's actually really cute.
It's pretty cute. I actually had a cat that we found somewhere. I don't remember if it was in my barn. I feel like it was in my barn at my farm. And the mom ran off, or the cats were freezing to death, so we took the kittens in. And this cat, because it was, it lost its mom so young, it liked to suck on your finger. And it was just the cutest little thing. It would wrap its, like in the same way, it would wrap its little paws around your finger and just sit there and sucking. And it literally made like the like sucking noise, like a baby would on a bottle. Cutest fucking thing.
I love when cats I love when people call, like when cats are kneading and they're like doing that with when the people call it making
Kneading
biscuits.
the dough. Yeah.
The biscuit factory. Like
So cute. I do. Yeah. I've had some great cats. I do enjoy cats.
Wait, pause. I actually want to bring this up because I'm going to look for what it's called.
5 minutes later.
This TikTok is called Mr. Milo, the chunk. And literally, like, you guys got to follow it if you're entertained by cats at all. Mr. Milo, the chunk.
Why am I picturing the cat from one of those Adam Sandler movies? His name was Meatball. He was a calendar. He was the calendar cat that was absolutely massive. That's the cat I'm picturing right now.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
So basically, like, here, I'll show you.
Oh yeah, he's a chunky boy.
No, it's the funniest thing ever because this just reminds me of this. Like, cats can be so particular. Again, like, I feel like I notice more particular cats than dogs being particular about like what they eat. So this cat, is obsessed with water bottles. Like it needs to have.
Oh.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, he taste tests all the fancy waters.
Yeah.
He absolutely hates Dasani.
Yeah.
Which makes sense
Yeah.
because they add salt in there to make
Yeah.
you super thirsty.
He goes through, you guys, and he sniffs.
He's a bougie bitch.
He literally sniffs each one of them, and then he goes and he drinks only the 2 most expensive. Then when she does just like the 2 most expensive another time, he goes back and forth, sniffs them, thinks about it, and then does the most expensive. And then he'll push the waters away that suck, like knock them over. And she
God.
does this with other things too. Like she did this with grass-fed chicken versus like another type of like cheap chicken.
cat
And
is
he goes and
genius.
sniffs both of them and literally only eats the grass-fed. And it's not like he eats that first and then goes back. Nope, he won't even look at it. And then she'll put it by his foot and he's like disgusted by it and pushes it away.
like, get this the
I'm like, this cat is
fuck
like
away from me.
this is like the cat version of like Ratatouille.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like me in a store. You could put 2 pairs of shoes in front of me. They'd look identical, and I would pick the most expensive ones. I have the most expensive taste at my own demise.
Yeah.
Because I'm broke ass bitch. But
It's so funny. I'm the opposite.
I only buy cheap stuff though. I'm thrifty. I only buy stuff like I'm
You are
literally
thrifty.
Forever 21, Zara sale rack. Like that's my vibe right now based on my bank account.
Yeah.
So
For anyone who doesn't know, I don't know if Morgan has mentioned this in another episode with one of our other friends, but she is so crafty. It's insane. Like she can take anything and make it into something. Like her entire room is just like crafts that she's done to create her room to look so cool. Which is I love that aspect. And it's funny because I didn't know that was like actually a Pisces like attribute, but it actually is, and she's a Pisces.
Interesting.
Yeah, which was so funny to me. But I mean, unrelated, whether it has anything to do with when you were born or not. You definitely are.
I know how to work tools.
Yeah. Oh, she's so crafty. It's crazy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Shout out to you.
Well, you know, to each their own. Cats like expensive water. Cats like earwax. You just let the cats live, man.
Morgan likes expensive shoes.
Morgan can't buy the expensive shoes. Unfortunately, someday. Up next, am I the asshole for inconveniencing my sister by not letting her lost dog in my car to drive back home? My sister and her family have a couple dogs, and last week they lost one. Their golden retriever, Cairo. He just disappeared one afternoon, and they weren't sure what happened to him. Tried looking around the neighborhood, but he was nowhere to be seen. Anyways, I was on my way back home from the gym yesterday when I saw a dog that looked like Cairo next to this bench with a guy. I got out and called for him, and he came running almost immediately. A bit dirty, but otherwise still his good old self. Asked the guy if it was his dog, and he said he just found him here. Strange thing is that he didn't have his collar, but it was definitely him. To make triple sure, I took a picture of him and sent it to my sister, who also confirmed that this was Cairo and asked me to take him to her house for her. The only problem with that is that I have a rather strict no dog policy in my car.
I'm not okay right now. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Is she serious?
Oh my God, I'm dying.
Is she serious?
Apparently.
This is hurting my heart right now.
Yeah.
But is this the end, or what else you got?
So they're talking about the car here.
Uh-huh.
I only got it last year, and I had nothing at all to try to
Oh
cover
my
the seats
God.
to avoid them getting dirty. So I told my sister I couldn't, but said I'd wait for her or her husband there with Cairo.
Okay, that's better.
Till
at
they
least.
came.
I thought she was just gonna be like, found him, drive away.
Yeah. Oh God.
Okay, I'm not. I'm calm. I'm more calm now, but still, it's ridiculous. But go on.
She really didn't like that plan and kept asking me to just take him to their house since they're both at work. I said I didn't mind waiting a bit, and the call ended. 5 minutes later, she called again asking if I was still there or if I dropped him off. Said no, and she hung up. Then, after 15 minutes, she came, picked him up, and left without saying a single word to me. Late last night, I guess, she finally boiled over and called to complain about what a shitty guy I am for making her leave
Why do I
work.
keep thinking it's a different gender? I'm picturing a girl. Okay, so this is a guy.
The dude.
It just helps when I'm painting a picture and then all of a sudden I get the wrong gender and I'm like,
I mean, there's non-binary people too, though.
that's true. But like, I want to know what they want to go by.
You just like having a mental
I just
image.
I like being able to like picture as much as I can.
Yeah. So late last night, I guess she finally boiled over and called to complain about what a shitty guy I am for making her leave work to get Cairo when I could have just dropped him off, causing a big inconvenience for no reason. I honestly didn't mind waiting for however long till either of them came, but Cairo in my car was a definite no.
Damn.
Am I the asshole?
I mean, I personally think that, yeah, but like, I also don't think that she's that, or sorry, he, God damn it. I also don't think that he's that big of an asshole. Like, okay, he waited. Like, I thought that I thought he left and was just like, I found the location, go get him.
Here, I dropped a pin, bitch.
Yeah,
come
literally.
get your
Like,
dog.
then I was just gonna be like, I'm sickened. But at least he waited, even though it's so snobby in my opinion. It's like,
Yeah. I mean, it's an inconvenience for sure.
but also he found the dog, and they should be really
Exactly.
grateful and really happy.
Yeah.
So
get excited that your dog is found.
Exactly.
Also, we don't know what kind of car this is. I'm a car junkie. I love cars. So, I mean, if this was a brand new Audi R8,
yeah,
I'm sorry. Like, I wouldn't put like this dog has been on the streets and
Right.
he was with some random man
Yeah.
without a collar, dirty. Like,
yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't put this dog in my $150,000 car.
Yeah.
So, granted, we don't know what this person's driving.
Yeah.
But new car. They worked hard for it.
Yeah.
Assuming like cars are fucking expensive, and if they don't have anything to cover the seats, like,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, could have put the dog in the car, then washed the seats.
yeah.
But
I also like, I think that my mind got kind of like caught up too, because I peeked over at the thing and I saw that it said that the person was labeled an asshole. So I think that I was just like, yeah,
they were.
yeah.
The overall vote on this was you're the asshole.
But like, I don't think that they're that big of an asshole, because when you were telling the story and I peeked over and saw the asshole rating, I was thinking that like they literally just left the dog, and that made me so upset.
No, that would be terrible.
That would be terrible. But like
that would be inexcusable.
But he waited, and so it's just like, yeah, he's being a snob and it's inconvenient. But it's like, it's so exciting that the dog is found, and it's like, if that were me, I'd be a little bit irritated, but I would still just be like, this is my dog, my responsibility. Like, you're doing a favor by waiting there. So yes, I would love if like, as my sibling, you would just kind of like help me out a little bit more. But like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you found my dog. I'm very grateful. You are taking your time to wait there with my dog. So I mean, I
it's
think
a boundary they've firmly set too.
yeah, and so I think it's more of like a petty annoyance, like instead of like her being like, you're an evil person. I keep saying evil. I don't know why. Like, I keep on saying evil to be like, they're not evil, but but I don't think that she should think that he's really that awful. But like, yes, like she has
annoying.
every right to be like, hey, like, why couldn't you have just like kind of helped me out?
Just bring my
a little
dog
bit?
home. I'm at work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially depending on, how far they had to drive.
Yeah.
Top comment. You're the asshole. Your sister's dog was missing and you wouldn't even bring him back to her? Oh, mind your precious car. There is such a thing as soap and water to clean the car. Next comment. If I were the sister, I would just be super thankful my dog was found safely.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Seriously, I mean, your dog could have
That's
got
what-
hit by a car, could be dead, could be stolen.
Yeah.
You found your dog.
That's
Like,
why I'm like, it's more of a petty annoyance, not something that should be that big of a deal.
No, I mean, if it was my dog, I would be like, just wait there. Like, I'd want to get to my dog as
Right.
soon as possible.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
leaving work wouldn't even be an inconvenience because
Yeah.
I would want my dog back.
Exactly. Same.
Like, my dog used to run away all the time.
Yeah.
And go to Dairy Queen for treats. So,
Oh,
yeah.
smart dog.
He was a chunky little boy. But, yeah, I mean, you're worried. You want your dog back. So, yeah. I don't really think the asshole, I kind of disagree with the
No.
overhaul vote.
Yeah.
I think sister took it a little too aggressively.
Yeah. Are
you torn?
No, I really don't. I really don't think that he's an asshole, because it's just like if he left the dog, he would be done in my book, but like, he didn't leave the dog. And it's just like, yeah, it's kind of like, for me, I can't see myself doing that same thing, but I also have a Toyota Corolla and I'm not like very worried. So it's different. Like if I spent my hard-earned money and I'm just like, that's my policy, then yeah, I probably would have a different view. And it's not like, I mean, he waited. He said he didn't mind waiting. Like, I don't know. I
He
think
would have probably waited all day.
yeah, I think he's fine. I think that it was just like, it's like a petty annoyance. Like I understand why the sister's annoyed, but like also not something that needs to be like drawn out in my opinion at all.
No.
Like
You got your dog
I would
back.
I would let that one go for sure.
It's a happy ending at the end of the day.
Exactly. You can
Move on.
yeah.
Next one, very interesting. There's kind of a lot going on these days with like emotional support animals versus service animals and, you know, new rules that you can't bring your emotional support duck on a plane and things like that.
Duck?
Oh, yeah. People have emotional support ducks.
I thought you just misspoke.
No,
That's
ducks.
amazing.
Haven't you seen the picture of the duck on the plane looking out the window?
No.
It's adorable.
I can't believe I have not seen that.
So this one.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for refusing to let a patient bring in her emotional support horse?
What? That sounds like a cartoon.
It is real. And based on the title, asshole. I love little ponies. I work as a receptionist for a doctor's office. A few weeks ago, a patient came into the office with a small horse. I wish this happened to me in the hospital. I was completely bewildered. I just like my whole day, year, life would be made. I was completely bewildered, particularly because the office is on the 4th floor, and told the patient respectively that they cannot bring the horse into the office. The patient told me that it was an emotional support horse.
That feels like a fucking prank. I can't.
Like almost doesn't seem real. It's so weird. I almost thought they were joking, and I told them that the doctor will not see them if they have a horse. The argument goes on for maybe another minute before the patient leaves in a huff. I never consulted the doctor while this was happening, but I have been there for a few years and I know her well enough to know she would have thought the whole thing was ridiculous. When she came out of her office later, I told her what happened and we shared a bit of a laugh about it. But it sounds like this lady was in the office already. So does it mean that the horse was in there already too? Huh. I wonder if it took the elevator or the stairs.
I can't, like, both of them just...
Horses can go upstairs.
I know, but like both images just make me laugh.
I brought my horse into my house once.
Uh-huh.
The minute he walked in, he took a big shit on the floor.
He's like, I don't like this place.
No, my mom was so mad at me too. Fast forward to yesterday when we are informed that the office is being sued for discriminating against a woman with an emotional support animal.
That's hilarious, but ridiculous.
Apparently, the horse was a legitimate emotional support horse. I feel slightly bad for the patient, but worse for the physician who finances the clinic and could get really hurt here financially. The physician and my husband both keep insisting it's not my fault, but I feel terrible. I get the feeling they're both just trying to be nice. So I am turning to anonymous strangers to tell me the truth about whether I was in the wrong here. Yes. I think she was totally in the wrong.
No
I think
way.
she's the asshole.
No way.
Yeah. So there is a difference, you know, between an emotional support animal and a service animal. Mm-hmm. There's so many different laws, regulations. We have what's called the ADA in America, the Americans with Disabilities Act. Mm-hmm. So that kind of stipulates certain, you know, laws and regulations in regards to individuals with disabilities. There's other titles, like so fucking confusing. There's so much legal jargon and, you know, all this, you know, bullshit that goes into it. But service animals are dogs. Mm-hmm. Dogs that have jobs and are trained for specific functions. Mm-hmm. However, there is a certain clause that mentions miniature horses. So miniature horses can also be service animals based on some qualifications. Although sometimes not recognized by ADA, the big like umbrella law. So it's so confusing, but miniature horses can be like guide ponies for blind individuals.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, they're so fucking cute, you guys. Like, if you saw, like, literally Google miniature horse, blind, just do that and you'll find it. But they have these fucking cute little booties. They're so fucking cute. So if I saw one of these, I'd be like, yeah, bring it in. Can I hold the horse while you're seeing the doctor? Like, I would fucking cuddle that thing. Like, bring the fucking horse. Like, you're the asshole.
But here's the thing, Morgan, is that like, I agree that with all of that knowledge, she should be able to have her horse and her emotional support animal. I totally agree with that. But like at the same time, this person didn't know better. Like I would be so shook. Like I just wouldn't know what to do. Like
Would the person have let a dog come in?
But that's like
They're kind of the same size.
right. But like we as a community, like we're used to that. Like the reason I'm laughing, the reason we're laughing, the reason you're like, I wish that would happen to me is because it doesn't happen often.
No,
like, and so it's something
not as
that like
common.
we don't not everyone's gonna know how to handle it, and they're just trying to do the right thing. She's just working like a random job, and she just is trying to do the right thing. And so I think that like to get the backlash of getting sued, that sucks.
I mean, doctors have insurance, malpractice insurance. Like,
Still, the
doctor's not gonna
insurance
be
rates
paying.
go up. Like it's just it's not good. Like
It's not.
And so I just
But
think
you should have, as an employee, you should have like been like, hey, do you have papers for the horse? Can you please send me the certificate?
I'm just putting myself in those shoes. Like, I don't think I would have known what to do. You know what I mean? Like,
You
I
would have just let the horse come in. You love
well,
animals.
I know that I would, but I'm just saying that like if I wasn't me, like I don't think that she's an asshole. Like I think she's just trying to do the right thing.
I'm a biased horse gal.
Right, but like if she knew about that clause, like that little clause,
Well, and
then
so-
she wouldn't have done that. She
And
probably didn't know.
I don't think I ever got to it. So like there is a difference between a service animal and an emotional support animal. Like I
Right.
said, service
Yeah.
animals have the jobs. So there's a lot that's going on like with airlines now. They don't have to accommodate you for an emotional support animal. Like too many people abused it.
That's exactly why I'm saying like it seems like a
Yeah.
joke because people like I've been in a fucking club before with a chihuahua that like had like I don't know like Ray-Bans on and like some like blinged out outfit with some like expensive ass like dog shoes it was wearing like all Gucci. And anyway, I was
to
obsessed
be
with
that chihuahua.
yeah, and I was like obsessed with the dog, of course. And then and like the kid who has the dog is just like a little fucker. You can just tell. I mean, obviously I don't know, but like he just seems like a little fucker. And one of like the bodyguards or a security comes over and was like, "Hey, what are you doing with that dog in here?" And then the guy just goes, "He's an emotional support animal, so back off." And the security guard was like so mad, but he just backed off.
Like, you
and so
can't
it's
do
like
anything.
yes, people have like abused this aspect of
Yeah.
like because
Well, it was easier to like. Not everyone abused it. Like
of course
there-
not. It's
yeah.
very important. Like you've said before, animals are seriously like so helpful in mental health.
Yeah, they are.
And so it's a real thing. And so it's just like obviously just with like a lot of other things like Adderall, like people abuse that when they don't actually have ADD.
People abuse anything.
They abuse anything. So it's
Yeah.
like it gets hard, but like I can understand like how you would almost think like you're getting your leg pulled when someone comes in with a horse.
Yeah.
Like you think someone's just messing with you.
It's not, your average.
Yeah, so
Your
like,
average day.
yeah, and I truly think the way that she's writing and the way that I mean, obviously I don't know her.
She
but
feels
like,
remorseful,
Yeah, she feels remorse.
obviously.
It's not what she wanted. She just thought she was doing the right thing, and so
Yeah.
I don't think she's an asshole. I do think that if she knew this clause and knew that this was the thing, like, and then she just didn't care, then she'd be an asshole. But I think she just didn't know.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't care, fuck her, I love horses.
No.
Well, I'm also staring at this huge horse painting in Morgan's room right now, just for reference.
My boyfriend got it for me for a birthday surprise.
I helped him set it up.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I absolutely love it. I don't know. I think, I might have a little bit different of a background. One, coming from healthcare and mental health settings and seeing different support animals
of
and
course.
service animals and things like that. I spent some time at the Braille Institute here in Los Angeles, like really familiarizing myself with like service animals and guide dogs and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I know that miniature horses can be guide ponies too. So I think having that knowledge, obviously this person was clueless.
Yeah.
Who the fuck sees a guide horse? Like I haven't seen one in person.
Yeah.
I did have one emotional support horse while working at a hospital here in Los Angeles. He came in and like visited patients and was like a therapy horse. Cutest little dude.
Oh my God.
So I'm familiar with it, but the
Yeah.
average person, obviously
Yeah.
not so much. So I get it.
You can let this slide.
She's not, again, a terrible person. But, Just like do a little more research and let the pony come in.
Well, now we know. Now anyone who's listening to this, we just saved them from getting sued potentially.
Yeah. Top comment. Not the asshole. Maybe I'm an asshole for saying this, but choosing a horse as your emotional support animal screams, quote, I'm trying to find a business that denies us so I can sue for discrimination.
Ooh.
I don't think that's the case.
I know, but like honestly, because of the fact that I used to work at ADP and the amount of stories that I've heard about situations where companies have been sued because an employee just literally reads through the handbook and they know that this company doesn't have HR put in place. It's like insane.
Yeah.
Like for example, this is a really good example. So this is a true story too. There was a couple that hired someone to walk their dogs. Or like, I think they might have had like a dog walking service, but like it got so big that they needed to have help.
Okay.
So anyway, they put out like an ad, whatever. Like this person knew that they were vulnerable because they didn't have all their HR intact. So basically,
Oh no.
yeah. So basically they hired her to dog walk and like they didn't have like a good description in place. They didn't have her like sign anything. And, or like whatever it was, basically when she maybe she signed some stuff, but it wasn't enough. Whenever she got the job, she said, I'm allergic and I can't walk dogs. And they said, that's why we hired you. And for whatever reason it was, they weren't able to fire her because
Unlawful discrimination.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so she would be able to sue them. And they did like a background check on her and found that she like sued like multiple different companies before and she won. She won. And so
Just make her a secretary and call it a day.
Yeah, and that's what they did. They had to create a new job for her to be a secretary so that they didn't get sued by her.
Oof.
And so it's just I told that
suing in America, like if you're in another country, I think you kind of laugh at how sue happy Americans are. Like,
Yeah.
we sue everyone for anything.
Yeah.
And, you know, some are serious, some are frivolous.
Right.
I mean, me and Justin were in, I think, Denmark, and we were at this amusement park, and there was like a big gap between a railing. And we were like joking. We're like, this wouldn't happen at Disneyland because they'd get sued.
Yeah.
But it's just not like that.
Yeah.
You know, we're very...
Alejandra like has this story that I'm sure she would share, so I don't mind sharing it. But basically she was driving like a long time ago and you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
There was a biker that like, I don't know if she actually like hit the biker. She like maybe like tapped the end of the wheel. Regardless, the biker like...
She gave her a little bump.
She gave her a little bump and the biker fell off and like Alejandra came out and was freaking out and was like, how can I, like, what can I do to like help and like everything. And she's like, and everyone's surrounding and she's like, she was foreign, like she was from like Europe or something, and she's like, I'm fine. Like
you Americans,
she goes, you Americans are so quick to sue, like, and so quick to like whatever. And she's like, I'm fine, like calm down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that that's not like a crazy thing. It's probably not the case, but like you don't know that. Like I've heard so many stories of that being the case. Like people are literally they look to sue because they read the clauses and they know what they can do and they know that they can trick people.
For sure. I don't think that's the case.
That's why ADP sold so well, because we're like, you don't want to get sued? Like, here, take our HR.
You quit there. We're not plugging.
I know, but still in my veins.
Another comment. So they go, I thought that too. So if you're an asshole, so am I. I'm not even sure if horses can be easily trained to not poop everywhere. And if they can be, it's not common knowledge. They have little poop bags, people, that just strap on. Okay. Next comment. They can actually. Mini horses are fairly common support animals. Mm-hmm. And the next comment. Mm-hmm. I've literally run into a person with an emotional support horse at a grocery store before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Emotional support horses and guide ponies are real people.
I'm down for it, and I love this idea, and I love this concept, and I love that it's a thing. I'm just saying that, like, to get sued, like, when she didn't know any better, it's like, that's a bit much for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the next comment that I really like, mini horses are sometimes used as service animal.
I'm glad you liked that one.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But again, this woman, based on the post, introduced her little pony as an emotional support animal.
Yeah.
So If it was a service animal, then big problem. But a lot of the guidelines with ESAs these days it's tough.
Yeah.
Tough world to navigate.
Yeah.
Literally, figuratively, all that jazz. Okay, this one.
Oh, I thought I was going to get to read mine.
I have one more, and then you can have your shot in the limelight.
I know. I'm so excited.
I, 19 female, killed a guy's 21 male pet by mistake.
Damn.
Okay, this is really bad. But basically, I went over to this guy's house. We had been speaking for a few months and were planning on going on a date. So he goes to have a shower, and I'm sitting on the sofa waiting. The next thing I know, a massive tarantula is crawling across the carpet in front of my feet. I'm startled because I have the biggest fear of spiders. And I'm kind of freaking out, but I gained the courage to throw one of my sneakers at it, killing it. The guy comes out the bathroom, looks at the dead spider, and starts having an anxiety attack or something. And at first, I was like, it's fine, I killed it. And he starts going off at me because the spider was actually his pet and it got out of its tank somehow. I'm confused and embarrassed, and he ended up kicking me out. I genuinely liked this guy. We had the best conversations, and now he's not talking to me. Someone please help me fix it. I apologized, but he's continuously ignoring me. I feel really bad.
This was how many dates? Like, this is just like a new type of.
Yeah, it doesn't mention, but
Damn. I can't really relate because I can't imagine being so attached to a tarantula.
spiders apparently are like some of the best pets.
I know, and that's why I'm saying like I feel for him so much because I feel so sad. Like I'm just saying like it's hard for me. Like it's not even like that. It's hard for me. I don't relate completely to like the attachment to a spider.
Imagine it's your dog.
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
at the end of the day for him, like this is his pet.
Exactly.
So it would be like someone killing your cat.
Right.
Or someone killing your dog.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's like this is his pet.
Right.
As you know,
That's That's exactly why like it broke my heart because like it's just like I don't have like I've never had an attachment. I've never been like introduced to a spider in a way that like I'm like, oh my God, like this is a pet to me. But like I know that they are, and I know that people have those attachments and like really good like relationships with tarantulas. I know that they're actually pretty fucking cool. So like it breaks my heart for him because like I can't imagine like if you have a pet that you absolutely loved and just seeing that it's dead. Like
it's honestly
because of someone that you're talking to, like, oh, like that would just break my fucking heart. So like I feel for him so much, and like honestly, I don't know if you can recover from that. Because,
I don't think you can.
Yeah,
I don't think you can.
and it's not like she's a horrible person. Like
it was an accident.
It was an accident.
You
She
didn't
was
know he had a
scared.
pet spider.
Yeah,
It was out walking across the floor. Like, I guess first of all,
but it doesn't matter. He's still traumatized. Like,
Yeah.
so it's just like I think you just need to move on from
No.
this. Like, say your like biggest like sorrows and everything.
send
but
him
like,
a Venmo for a new spider, which doesn't make it any better. But
that's
like,
almost like that would almost be worse if someone sent me like 30 because like you can adopt a cat for like $30. If someone was like, here's a new
okay, that would be a slap in the
like
face.
yeah, that's fucked up.
They
like,
give away cats sometimes.
yeah.
No, they do because other.
No, I know.
Otherwise, they
I know.
they end up on
I know
high school
That's
anatomy
why I'm
tables.
just saying like if someone was just like, hey, I'm sorry about your cat and Venmo me like because
No.
I like when I adopted my cat in college like she was literally $30. If someone was
Yeah.
like, hey, sorry about Sunny, like here's
Here's
$30,
$30.
I would literally be like,
fuck
you.
You're dead to me. No, and I don't know. Like there isn't a way to really remedy this situation. I think it's kind of. Well, you're doomed.
It's so interesting that you bring this up though, because I was with one of my friends on Friday night, and she adopted a dog recently. One of her friends just got a baby puppy, so she's talking about like the dog chronicles, and she said when she was over at her place, she said like, could you grab my dog's medication in my purse and feed it to her? This is a puppy. Anyway, there was like an envelope underneath the purse that had a pill in it.
She gave the dog drugs.
She gave the dog Adderall. It was like 25 milligrams of Adderall. The dog needed to go to the emergency or immediately. Like they were saying, like it's a miracle that this dog is alive.
Yeah,
like
it probably could have had
was
seizures.
Oh, its heart rate was like insane. Like it was so scary. And so And she just said,
don't ever, like, when it comes to your animal, take care of your animal.
yeah.
Don't.
Yeah. And it's like, obviously, like, my friend who that happened to, like, she was terrified and like felt fucking horrible. But
She was the one that fed the dog the pill.
She fed her friend's dog the pill because she was like, "Can you give my dog the medication? It's in my purse."
Her friend shouldn't have asked her to do that.
Yeah, but no matter if your friend asked you to do it or not, like you feel so much guilt.
Oh, for
so
sure.
Like, thank God the dog lived because that would be.
But now the
so
vet
hard.
bill. Who's gonna pay for the vet bill?
I don't know. I didn't ask her, but
The friend might be like, "Hey, you fed my dog the wrong pill. Can you give me $3,000?
Oh, that would be crazy.
Emergency vet visits and for something like
that's
that?
a good question. I didn't even ask her that.
Thousands.
What would like? Do you think it would be fair to ask the friend to like help out, or do you think it would just be?
I don't know. I personally, like, me in that situation, I'd be like, no, I'm not comfortable doing that. Like, it's your dog. You give your dog the medication.
Yeah.
So I think it's weird. One, as a pet owner, I think I've mentioned this before, but it really pisses me off when you as a pet owner try to pass off your obligations as a caretaker of that animal on other people. To your dog, your cat, your tarantula, your whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking parakeet. Take care of it. Like, it's not anyone's responsibility. So at the end of the day, it's like, she should have given the dog the medication, but I don't know. Like, some people
it seems like an easy thing. It's such an easy mistake. Like,
it is. And I just think,
like, she had another pill in her purse, for the dog. Like, she thought it was obvious. She probably forgot there was an Adderall underneath the purse, like in an envelope, you know?
Well, I mean, I think this is kind of similar to, like, you have a friend that had a dog and you guys went to another friend's house that had a dog and her dog got into something and got really sick, and she took it to the emergency vet, and that dog ended up having a crazy expensive bill. And she didn't reach out to that friend and was like, hey, my dog got into something at your house.
Yeah.
Send me the $3,000. It's just tough, but at the end of the day, like, she didn't reach out and ask, your friend for money.
Right.
And I think, I've seen other stories, like, if your dog attacks another dog, like, yeah, you should pay for that other dog's vet bill.
Of course.
But I don't know. I think this one, I don't think this girl's going to be able to come back from this. I don't know how expensive tarantulas are, but, like, I would try to remedy the situation. But that's just me. But again, it could be offensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, his pet's dead, and you kind of just need to move on.
Yeah. I just think that, like, even if he's like, yeah, I'll give you a second chance, he's just going to look at her and just, like, cringe.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
She still killed his pet at the end of the day.
yeah. So I would just let this one go. It's not like you guys got in too deep. Like, if he decides to reach back out, like, great. Like, you guys can take it from there. But, like, I wouldn't push it. This is just a delicate situation. It's just unfortunate. It's not like you guys have been together for a really long time. Like, you guys are just dating. You liked him, and yeah, it sucks. But, like, if he's not down, you have to respect that.
Yeah. One of the top comments, not entirely your fault. He should have probably told you he owned a pet spider.
Why would he not say, and that he lets run on the loose? Like, why would he not say that?
It got out of its cage.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Still,
that was probably his friend, not just a pet. Probs loved the little guy.
Yeah.
Hell, might have even been a big reason for him to get out of bed in the morning with how
Literally.
this year has been.
oh,
Your best option is to just stop trying to contact him at all.
I agree.
If he wants to ever talk to you again, he'll be the one to initiate it.
Yeah.
Next comment. Good story for the kids, though. Next comment. Not their kids, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the last one?
That is the last one I have, so your turn.
Okay. Cool. Let me grab this.
Just gonna get comfy here.
I found a post that I thought would be pretty
I'm literally so fucking cozy. Maybe I should do this more often.
pretty relevant to the animal theme. So, caption. I accidentally trained my cat to be an eating disorder support pet.
Okay.
So, I'm feeling guilty today. I've had this cat for 3 years now. My ED got significantly worse about 2.5 years ago. ED meaning eating disorder.
Yeah.
At first, I didn't even realize what she was doing. I had a problem with purging for a long time. She would get between me and the toilet, demanding attention and fuss while I cried. She would sniff my face and lick it, making it impossible to purge. If I locked her out of the bathroom, she would meow so loudly that I'm sure the neighbors heard. I finally managed to stop purging last year after recovering and relapsing a few times. The lockdowns have been really difficult, and not being able to go to the gym hasn't helped. A couple of months ago, my cat stopped eating. She got so skinny, she was really underweight. Vets couldn't find anything wrong. I hadn't changed her food. There was no reason for it. I'm not sure how it happened. One day, I decided to have breakfast too. So I sat down with my food and put her bowl next to me, and she finally ate. I did the same at lunchtime, and again, she actually ate. The same the next day and the next. We've been doing it for a while now. She's still underweight, but she's getting there.
Oh, no, I don't want to cry today.
I wake up at 7 a.m. every day. We have breakfast at 9:30. I need those couple of hours to build up to breakfast. I slept really badly last night. I woke up at 9:10 and I just couldn't do it. Lunch is at 12. I just couldn't eat. I put Lily's food down by me. She stared at it and stared at me.
Oh.
She stared at me again and stared at her bowl and then walked away. I'm heartbroken that I couldn't do it for her. She needed me to eat and I let her down.
Oh. God, Lord.
I'm getting like
What the hell?
choked up.
We're going to have to find another fucking happy one after this. This is supposed to be a lighthearted episode.
She finally ate at lunchtime. I had a sandwich. She kept glancing at me, pausing for me to continue before she would eat more. People say we don't deserve animals. I don't deserve this cat. She's saving my life, quite literally. And I don't think anyone appreciates or understands how incredible that is.
Wow.
It is also absolutely terrifying. I don't deserve this cat.
We don't deserve animals in general. They are such magical little creatures that truly can save us, and they're just everything. So, wow. I think that's the most incredible story. I think it's really one thing that's really, really interesting about cats is they mimic you. So the fact that the cat only eats if she's eating is the cat mimicking her. Like, I've seen a lot of videos where if you're trying to work out or like do yoga or whatever, your cat will always like come under you, like get in your way. But if you get your cat its own little yoga mat and put it next to you, it'll just lie there and mimic you.
I've never seen that.
Cats,
That's so cute.
Yeah, and I've seen it with everything from computers. If you're sitting at a desk working on your computer, your cat will come up, walk across your keys, just annoy the shit out of you.
Yeah.
But if you get your cat its own little mini computer,
No way.
it'll literally sit there and like work at its fucking computer, like play at it, sit on it, like do what cats do.
Yeah.
But cats mimic.
Yeah.
So that's incredible. Like to just, I can't even imagine like having that struggle, and the cat, like she said, like is literally saving her.
Yeah.
That's like the perfect example of an emotional support animal used in an appropriate way.
Yeah. It's just like,
It's just amazing.
it touched my heart so
I was about to start
much.
crying, and then you're fucking choking up as you're reading it. I'm like, I swear to God, if Lauren cries, I'm gonna lose it.
If like you don't understand, like the first time I read it, I was in tears.
You're bawling.
Yeah.
I want to cry now just fucking talking about this shit.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's remarkable. We truly don't deserve animals.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
I was just looking at some of the comments. They're all just like really loving and caring
Supportive.
and supportive.
I love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that.
But it's just like, it feels like, I don't know. It just feels like almost like a higher power of like a gift. Like even though like, you know, you say cats like mimic and like that like whole like
I mean,
aspect of it almost feels like,
There's a bigger picture.
There's a bigger like just like picture that's like saving her. Like it just feels so beautiful.
No, I mean, like down to a simple matter. Okay, like cats mimic, but at the end of the day, like this cat, it didn't always do that.
Yeah.
And she's had it for a couple of years. So it's like, yeah, this cat recognizes that she needs her. I mean, there's dogs that do similar, things and save their people or save a drowning kid, whatever it is. Animals at the end of the day, like,
Yeah.
they're incredible. They do save us.
You might want to cut this out because it's a weird story, but like, I don't know if you've ever heard about the dolphin study. So, basically they not like locked a woman in, but like
Oh God, you've told me this.
yeah. Have I told you this through the podcast?
She had sex with the dolphin.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought because that's what I was kind of told, just like briefly, like in a meme type way of a storytelling, like that, like this woman like had relations with a dolphin and had sex with a dolphin.
Oh God, I was scared.
But no, she's a researcher, and like dolphins are the only other I think animals to like get pleasure from sex.
Interesting.
Or it's something like that. And so other than like humans. And so that's why you hear like dolphins have like raped humans before or like tried to, is because
I've heard that before. Yeah.
Yeah. And so
It's a scary thought.
right, I know. But like they're the best, like they're the sweetest, kindest, like they're so awesome. They save humans all the time. But like apparently they're like one of the only, or if not the only, like animal that like actually enjoys like sex. So whenever she was studying this dolphin, they put her and this dolphin in like the same like area, and she like stayed in this place for, I don't know, months on end.
Oh my God.
And so it was one of those things where as she was like learning and studying the dolphin, like the dolphin was like looking for like needed like a sexual release in a way. And so she started giving the dolphin hand jobs. Yeah. And like, which is like super fucked up, but in her mind,
How do you even initiate that?
I don't remember.
What in your mind makes you think I want to touch this dolphin?
I think the dolphin was like it was like, I think it was a combination of all of her research that she did.
Was she a marine biologist?
Yeah, she was. And like, because when I first heard
it better or worse.
I don't know. Like when I first heard the story, like I thought that it was just so messed up. When I read into it, like it still is messed up, but it felt a little less like messed up. It felt like she was genuinely doing this to
provide comfort to the dolphin.
Because the dolphin was alone, like, and dolphins are used to being together.
They're herd.
So,
I don't even pod. They live in pods.
Yeah, they live in pods.
Yeah.
So it was like she was trying to like give this dolphin like what the dolphin would get like in like, because it was for months just isolated with her,
and
that was based
goes
off and
crazy
that was, right,
being isolated.
Yeah,
humans, dolphins.
Right. And so that was it was like an isolated study or something like that. Like I might be getting it wrong, but I didn't just read this. It was a long time ago. But anyway, this is why I'm saying you might want to cut it. They took the dolphin after this study and they put the dolphin in like a
back with the dolphins.
Yes, but like in a zoo.
Oh.
So the dolphin was back with other dolphins, but in a zoo, and the dolphin killed itself. Yeah. Oh. The dolphin was so depressed because he became so attached to the woman that was his companion. Dolphins, they need to come back up for air. So the dolphin drowned itself. And like, it's insane how much animals can
relate to human emotion.
Yeah.
And just empathize
and attach to humans.
Yeah.
Like it's truly insane. And that's why
animals have emotions.
Yeah.
I believe that they have feelings, they have emotions. You cannot tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
Crazy fucked up experiment that they should not have put that dolphin through.
I know.
Like there's certain experiments that humans
it was heartbreaking.
Done.
It was heartbreaking.
They just violate so many different laws and moralities, ethics, whatever. But like,
it's hard because we're also trying to learn more about them.
We are.
And we don't, and like no one predicted that the animal was going to commit suicide.
Study them in their natural habitat. It's no different than like looking at elephants. And if elephants lose, again, this is like my biggest thing, that animals have feelings. Animals are so empathetic, intuitive.
Yeah.
They're just
elephants are extremely empathetic.
Yes. So elephants, if they've lost a baby or like a loved one, they'll actually bury it.
They're the only animal that provides funerals.
They're the only
or
ones.
One of the only, at least. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. I mean,
the only.
We could fact check.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
like we're kind of like spitting out things that we've like read, but like don't like take us for like 100%.
Again, just our hot takes. We're never giving
not experts,
you and we're never giving you like solid advice, instructions. Like this is just us spitting the shit.
Yeah.
But elephants are very, very emotional. So they'll have funerals, and then they also will come back on the anniversary of that death and have like another like little remembrance ceremony. They'll touch the bones and they'll just be there. And it's like, first of all, how do they have that concept of time to
That's
go back
insane.
after, close to a year? And what animal, like, you think of animals being these like survivalistic, beings and just trying to, make it out there. Like, oh, people say dogs only like you because you feed them.
Yeah.
No, like
Yeah.
dogs are emotional little things full of feelings and love. And this is why.
I know. And elephants actually save other animals. Like they.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
There's a lot of instances where like I don't know, like a cat stuck in a tree. I can't. That was a tongue twister for me. A cat stuck in a tree. Like an elephant will like raise its trunk and
To
like
help it down.
to help the cat down.
That's
like,
so cute.
Yeah, like elephants
Oh.
have been known to save
That's
other
amazing.
animals, and dolphins do the exact same.
Well,
When
and they save people too.
they save people from shark attacks.
That's absolutely crazy. All the reasons animals
are amazing.
amazing and why we don't serve them.
And also, okay, one last thing.
As I'm trying to end it.
I know. I'm sorry. You can cut it out. You can end it there. But no. One last thing. So dolphins actually. Sharks are terrified of dolphins because
That's good to know.
Yeah, sharks are terrified of dolphins because they travel in pods and because they're so fast. What they do, they
Slam into them.
They slam into them. They slam into their gills and they will kill the shark. So like that's why like if a shark is about to attack a human, like that, like I don't know, like a surfer that got hurt or something,
Yeah.
and dolphins are there, they will circle the shark, and the shark just knows like, fuck, I need to get out of here because
I need to dip.
Yeah, and it's just crazy because they're like these happy little innocent things that. And sharks, we look at as like, oh, like could be.
Everyone's
like,
so scared of sharks, but sharks aren't.
no, they're not.
They're not even that aggressive.
I went swimming with sharks. It was
I know,
actually
that's-
I was scared. Not as scared as bungee jumping though, but scared.
Here I am. I won't go skydiving or do anything like that unless I'm terminal.
You don't mean that. I'm gonna make you go. We needed to do a skydiving trip.
I won't do it.
You will.
No.
You would.
Not even if there's a little
What
pony
about
at the
what
bottom.
about bungee jumping? You said after I bungee jumped that like you would have considered it after you watched me go.
Considered, but it's just not. I don't think it's in the cards for me.
Yeah.
A stage, a stageable cancer. We'll come back and talk.
Okay. Well, on that note,
Animals, love them.
they're amazing.
There are going to be some deep dives and, our typical off tangent chatter going up on our Patreon and our YouTube membership profile. So look out for those. And if you're interested, we'll see you there. But otherwise, until next time.
Until next time.
Bye, guys.
Well,
Well, are you ready?
I'm ready. You're going to introduce who your guests are of the day?
I don't really think you need an introduction. I've talked about you so much throughout the episodes already. But hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Two Hot Takes. I'm your host, Morgan.
And I'm Justin.
And I'm Morgan's dad, Jerry.
Welcome. It's about time we've had you on.
Glad to be here.
I know you're very nervous.
I am.
You're so nervous.
Drugs are great.
No, we don't encourage. Dare. Resist drugs. So we're back with another episode on family. The whole theme is family, the good, the bad, the ugly. So it's all about family drama, and I think that's something we know a lot about.
I think that a lot of people know a lot about that.
Yeah, but us especially. Okay, let's dive in.
Okay.
Okay, so the first story, families and babies. Babies always bring the drama. Love them, but they bring the drama.
Are babies bringing the drama when we find out about them or after they're born?
Always.
Which part? I mean, there's phases.
I mean, what was the worst part for you?
For me?
All of it.
Today. I would say that I didn't have any issue with any part of the idea of babies. I know that moms are sometimes more worried in the very beginning because they have to go explain to people that they're pregnant, and they're worried about bringing the news, and it depends if the situation
Was planned or
if
unplanned.
it's planned, not planned, who's ready, who's going to react. And when you came into the picture, even though you were just a cell dividing, I told your mom it doesn't matter when or what. Once a baby is born, everyone loves the child. There's all kinds of drama before kids. Everybody has to put their 2 cents into it.
For sure.
But if you just relax and just enjoy the wave, and that's what life is, a consistency of current and waves of motion, that it works. And you'll find that the experience is pleasant and wonderful and an embellishing of life. I would say that there wasn't a day, maybe I can think of a day or two, back when you're driving with alcohol behind the seat of your car.
Okay. We'll save that one for a rainy day.
For most of the part, there wasn't every day was better than the last. And I hate to sound like the
Confucius. You look like this. You sound like
No,
a little Buddha over there.
I don't want to be the fictitious father, but it really is that way. Every child brings their parent a lot of joy. It's up to the parent really to pull it back and just let them experience the wave.
Okay, well, let's see if this lady has the same feelings as you.
Okay.
So up first, am I the asshole for not changing my baby's name again after I changed it for my sister once already? All names are fake. I have a 9-year-old daughter and another on the way. I had 2 grandmothers, Annie and Rose. I named my oldest Annabelle after Nanny Annie, whose full name was also Annabelle. I did not name her after Nana Rose at the time she was born. Nana Rose was still with us. When I found out I was pregnant with a second, I decided to name her after Nana Rose, who passed in 2017. My sister Lucy got pregnant about 5 months before me. She says that she wants to name her baby Rose after Nana Rose. I say our kids can share the name. She says I already have Annabelle, and I could have named her Annabelle Rose or something, but passed on the chance. So I can't also have Rose. I figured this is not the hill to die on. So I say I'll look for something else, but reserve the right to use Rose. I then crack open a baby book, and after a few entries after Rose is Rosalie. It's perfect. Honors Nana, Rose, doesn't piss off Lucy, and my boyfriend loves it.
Anna was my mother's middle name.
Well, look at that.
There we go.
Lucy finds out the new name and says it's lovely and she approves, which annoys me, but I say nothing. This all takes place in the 8th month of her pregnancy, 3rd month of mine. So I don't even know the gender yet, and this is all a hypothetical. A couple weeks later, Lucy gives birth. A few days ago, about a month after birth, she announces that her daughter's name is Rosalie. At this point, I'm really annoyed because I went to great lengths to leave the name Rose available, and she's nicked my choice. Mom calls me to say she knew what Lucy was planning and hopes I'm not upset because this means I can now name my incoming daughter Rose, except now I'm attached to Rosalie. I tell Mom that I'm sticking with Rosalie. She says Lucy has Rosalie. I say there's going to be 2 Rosalies in the family. She says this is impractical as both Rosalies will have the same surname. Sister is a single mom, boyfriend is taking my name, and they will likely be in the same school and year group. So this will cause all manner of issues. I say it's going to be an issue then. I'll deal with it when it comes up. Sister's a fucking bitch for stealing the name.
I do believe she is, but there's always an answer here. If she's dead on keeping Rosalie, she can have a Rosalie and a middle name, and they can differentiate the 2 children by Rosalie Ann or Rosalie Margaret or Rosalie whatever.
Yeah, that's very practical.
I mean, I think in school it was hard enough when someone had your same first name in your class.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh, Morgan. And you're like, and then it's the other Morgan.
Yeah.
I feel like that happened to me all the time, let alone first and last name, things getting switched up.
I know, because typically kids.
I do believe also that there's going to be a fix that's going to happen naturally. I mean, even if they gave them each other's the exact same name of Rosalie, someone's going to come up with a nickname. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's going to migrate on its own, and the problem will fix itself rather than having this match between the 2 and bring it to Dukes. If they're both dead set on it, and
That's fine and dandy if the other sister's normal and not a crazy narcissist like this bitch.
There's no doubt that one sister copied the other sister. Sister one certainly took sister two's, the baby sister's idea, or if she's a younger sister or not, took her idea and had to go stomp on it. That's sibling rivalry, and they do this shit. And it's sad that they can't be more mature about it and define it. But at the end of the day, it's going to fix itself. And if her guns are set to be Rosalie, or look, who knows? It could turn out to be a boy. We don't know.
True. So she goes on to say, Lucy then calls me, calling me an inconsiderate prick, and says I'm being petty, that I don't have a monopoly on the name, and that she can name her kid what she likes. I said that's all true. So by that same logic, I can use Rosalie. She says there can't be two Rosalies and it'll cause problems. And I say she's the one who has a problem with it, so she can change her kid's name or deal with it. She again called me an inconsiderate, spiteful ass and hung up. Mom, Dad, and our brother all side with Lucy. Am I the asshole?
Wow.
I think I love the sister's analogy that I can do what the hell I want, and I'm going to do it. And I like the rules that whatever apply to you apply to me. So if you're going to do Rosalie, I'm going to do Rosalie, and you can go deal with it, and I'll deal with it. But
She's the one that copied her. She went out of her way. She went out of her way to find a new name and stole the name and is now calling her an inconsiderate ass.
I got all that. My answer is look beyond it.
The family siding with the copier.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're idiots. Because she was there first, I guess.
No, they're just enablers. I'm sure if this... Typically, people that act like this, it doesn't start overnight. It's been a pattern. And it's probably been a pattern this girl's whole life, OP's whole life. My sister gets what she wants. She's the spoiled one. She's a narcissist, and people enable them.
I go back to square one. Pick the name of a child. Pick your child's name as you wish, and let everyone else get over it. And if a nicknames naturally come up, it's going to happen.
Yeah. I also don't think you should tell people your kid names before they're born.
I think
Sure, that's what I was thinking.
I think
Keep it a secret.
I think that's a good practice.
Yeah,
Especially in
because-
this circumstance.
Yeah, I wouldn't have told the sister shit. She's
That applies
a
for
bitch.
everybody, but when you get pregnant and me.
Yeah. So top comment, not the asshole, but honestly, your first mistake was giving in and negotiating with your emotional terrorist sister.
Damn right.
OP replies back, I should never have entertained it, but I just figured there would be better hills to die on, and it could be tricky to have cousins with the same name anyway. Your sister is an asshole, as is your mother for enabling her. That being said, the so-called issues of sharing a name aren't real because you can just make sure to use another middle name if you like.
And we said
Yep.
that.
Yeah, and how many times has she had to be the bigger person?
Yeah.
And how many times can you do that until you're just at the end?
Over it.
Yeah, it's just
Absolutely over it.
I
You
would be
just-
friendly and just go name my child whatever I wanted to name it, and do not engage with the battling.
Yeah, I feel that. Okay, well, don't tell people your baby names, guys. And
Okay, I promise not to tell anybody my future baby's names.
yeah, I don't think you'll have many problems, huh?
Okay, what's the next one?
Okay, so next one has a ton of awards. Am I the asshole for having my wedding ceremony in sign language? I'm 24 female, deaf, and growing up, my parents got me bilateral cochlear implants and forced me into mainstream school. Never taught me sign language and never immersed me into my culture as a deaf person. They were actually pretty against me using ASL at all. Well, I took ASL in high school against my parents' wishes and then got into a deaf university. Although I couldn't sign fluently when I started, I finally felt accepted and understood. The deaf community was nothing but welcoming. I became fluent in ASL, and after a few months, I stopped wearing my processors completely as there was no need for them anymore. I honestly didn't realize how alone I had felt until I didn't feel that way anymore. Yeah, such a disservice to your child to not teach them ASL or not try to adapt for them. That's basically saying no, you're not good enough the way you are, and we're going to do everything we can to fix you.
right.
So terrible. I met my fiance at college. He is from a very large family of deaf people. Everyone he knows, even in his far extended family, is deaf, hard of hearing, CODA or SODA, and everyone is fluent in sign. I love his family so much. We've been together 4 years now. He proposed last May. We've been planning the wedding and have decided to have it fully in ASL. The pastor at our church's deaf program agreed to do the ceremony. My extended family of hearing people is very small. Just my mom, my dad, my sister, my brothers, my aunt, my uncle, and my cousins. My cousin is actually learning sign. Whereas my fiance's huge extended family, who are all deaf or sign fluently, will be there, and most of our friends are deaf or know to sign. We decided to get an interpreter for the hearing people, though, so they'd know what was going on. Our wedding is in August, so we just sent the invites. The invite mentions that it will be in ASL, but we'll have an interpreter for those who are, quote, signing impaired, which is kind of just a joke. But my mom started texting me and tried to convince me that it should be in English and have an ASL interpreter. I feel like it's our wedding, so we should have it in our first language. And my mom thinks that we are in America, so English should be the first language. And anyone who doesn't choose to get cured, aka get an implant, should get an interpreter. She also said it was disrespectful to say signing impaired. I don't think she realizes the irony, as she always refers to me as hearing impaired. During the entire conversation, she kept repeating that I should never have let you go to that school. My mom also says that the deaf people should be used to having interpreters, whereas she's never had one before. So it will make it harder to understand. Am I the asshole here? Should I just have the ceremony in English because I guess that's what more normal way of communication, even though we consider sign our primary language?
Hell no.
Fuck that mom.
I think it's very, very cool. I didn't even think about that. I thought when you first started reading it was going to be all in sign language with no interpreter. Okay, then it's for the people who are there supporting you that want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
And yes, I love it, are signing impaired.
Yeah, I think that's
so cool.
So cute.
Then it makes more sense. Like, okay, and she said most of the people there are
also deaf.
It's just super cool. I fully support that.
I thought it was extremely clever when she did the
signing impaired.
The signing impaired. I thought that was extremely clever. I think that the mother really, I mean, this is obviously her wedding. The girl, it's her and her husband. They make the rule. It's their dream day. Mom, dad, just got to roll with it. And I think it's clever, and support your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, this just goes to show how her mom is very, very ableist and doesn't recognize her daughter's disability and doesn't want to accept her daughter's disability.
Doesn't want to accept it.
And tries to make her normal and everyone should get cured. Well, guess what, sweetie? Cochlear implants don't work for every deaf individual.
I think that her mother should go see the movie The Sound of Metal.
Oh, yeah, that one, it won some big awards recently.
Amazing. And when you actually see what this guy went through and how he finally decided and figured out where he's now comfortable and what his life really is and where he finds his solitude. And
yeah.
It's really is it. I mean, it's...
Some parents are fucking narcissistic, toxic, just terrible people, though. And this mother, I cannot... If my mom said anyone who chooses sign language as their first language should choose to get cured.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Fuck you.
Yeah.
This is who these people are. This is a part of their identity.
As a parent, I do know one thing. You try to do whatever you can to have your children feel a part of what everyone else can do. And I think that in the beginning, when they went for the cochlear implants, their heart may have been in the right place.
Yeah, maybe. But I also think if your heart was in the right place, you should also do what's best for your child, which would be to learn some form of sign.
There's no doubt that the signing was a wonderful thing. And I think that maybe they were misguided. Maybe they missed the mark on throwing the dart. But I think their intentions were in the right place.
I don't know. I don't think you can assume that with this one.
Doesn't mean it's right. But I think that the fact that the daughter found her way, she found her way into this and she wanted to do it, absolutely that those parents are obligated at this point in time to support their child in whatever she wants to do and what's best for her.
Yep.
And that's where they're missing the mark.
Yeah. I think something you don't realize, though, not all parents are good parents.
Oh, I know that.
Okay.
I just think the mom's never going to get it. I mean,
no.
at this point, you just have to make these decisions for your wedding and not for your mom.
At the end of the day, I've mentioned this before, your wedding is for you. This is
That's
your
correct.
day.
That
Make
is
it your day,
correct.
you and your partner's day. And everyone else, if they have problems, can F off. And I think one thing I was thinking throughout reading this story where the mom is like, I'm going to be uncomfortable having an interpreter. It's like, imagine how disabled individuals feel in a world that is built for the abled.
Right. How, like, you have to experience it for one little day. the
For a
flip.
day, for a ceremony.
Well, if her mother really wants to really show her support, maybe she should go take signing language.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Learn to sign. Go learn to sign over a month or two, and
Which she should have done many years
She
ago.
should have done-
absolutely.
Yeah, because cochlear implants, first of all, you can't do right away. They take time. And they're also very, very traumatic for those individuals that first get them. Your brain has to then interact with this device and it's
To make it all one again.
to make it all work and read the signals that the device is sending. So it's not like you get this cochlear implant, you turn it on and you can automatically hear and understand language, because language is a part of our brain that you only learn from exposure over time. It's that linguistic center.
So it actually tunes itself.
Yeah. So this poor little girl, this child went probably, how long not having a way to communicate with her parents. And babies can learn sign so fast. And watching like tiny little ones, like 6 months old, like babies that are deaf, you know how babies babble, they coo and they're blah, 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 and like babble, mama, dada. Babies who are deaf will actually babble in sign language. Yeah.
It's just learning another language. I
Yeah.
mean, isn't that the best time to also learn another
Yeah, they're
speaking language?
little
It's the same thing.
Exactly. They're little sponges.
Well, and think how you feel when you're in a foreign country, or even the first time you walked into a Spanish class and you don't know what's going on.
No, and I think to be deaf or blind or anything like that, to have one of your senses completely removed, or just not working, not functioning. I think that is just it's a tough world.
Yep.
The disabled community it's amazing and it's so inclusive, and so to hear her experience, like she was just instantly welcome in, is just so amazing. And it's like, why wouldn't you want to be a part of that?
Right.
That's a
And
part
then
of you and your identity.
Having the ceremony that way is just it's like the perfect end card.
Yeah.
It's the best way to fulfill your day. I mean, it's just the coolest thing.
I think so too, and I think it's obviously what this couple finds meaningful, and it's who they are.
I say bravo to her and him, and best of luck in your wedding. And
So OP gives some edits / clarifications. She goes, I can't cut off my parents. I'm currently helping pay for my little brother to go to a school for autistic kids. We can't sign and speak at the same time. The pastor and my fiance can't speak. I can, but I choose not to unless I absolutely have to. Which,
Interesting. Got it.
yeah, because if you're deaf and you never get the cochlear implants, you don't learn the way that language sounds.
Right.
So you can watch videos on YouTube of deaf individuals that try to talk without, their cochlear implants in, or they never learned, but it's not how we would speak.
Right.
So then to put someone up there on their wedding day and have them try to struggle, that's not their language.
Right. And that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
I've already said it. I think it's great what they're doing. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. It's her wedding. Enjoy it, and let her parents just get over it.
So there's a lot of edits, and I'll keep going through them. My parents didn't only not learn ASL, but they explicitly prevented me from it while growing up. We lived in Austin, Texas, my whole childhood, and there was a school for deaf 10 minutes from our house, but they specifically said they would never let me go there. Sure, you still want to stick to they had their best intentions for their
Yeah.
child?
Is this the same family?
Yes. The mom and dad explicitly prevented her from learning. Wouldn't let her go to a school with deaf children to where she'd feel included and inclusive.
Did they just think it was going to go away? Like, what's the
She was
logic?
cured. She had cochlear implants. She was cured. She's not like those other deaf children.
Oh, wow. There's just some weird pride issues and
Toxicity.
just- yeah.
This is terrible. Adding this later, exact words from the invite. Reception will be held in ASL. English interpreters will be provided for the signing impaired. I literally put it in quotations. The deaf community didn't indoctrinate me into not wearing my processors. I just started using ASL more and more. And then I needed a surgery to adjust the implant, but I decided to just not get the surgery and stop wearing them. There was no real point in it, and I didn't feel like getting an unnecessary surgery. Another edit, to those of you questioning and even mad at me for not wanting to wear my implants, you don't hear normally. Like a lot of people saying things like, don't you want to hear music or birds chirping? Music through cochlear implants sucks, at least for me. Even when I used to wear cochlear implants all the time, I would take them off to listen to music. And no, background noise like birds chirping makes it harder for the microphone to pick up other noises like people talking.
Interesting.
Even though, like, I think a lot of people think you get these implants and it's normal hearing. It's not. It's still a different world.
Yeah, for sure.
So you tell me I should get hearing aids sometimes.
You do need them.
And I look at you and I see there's not a chance because they sound like shit. And I'm sure cochlear implants are the same type of sound of that synthetic noise that comes through. It's not hearing. It's probably painful in a lot of ways.
It can be. Yeah. I've heard that cochlear implants can be very jarring.
Well, and that's her choice. She is at the point in the age where she can make these decisions. And if she doesn't want them, then that's cool.
Absolutely. Completely agree. Top comment, not the asshole, not even close. Why should the couple getting married need a translator to understand their own ceremony to appease a few of the attendees? That is ridiculous. It would be like having the bride and groom who are hearing, love the sign impaired joke, that speak English, have their ceremony done in French, which they don't speak because a handful of attendees don't speak English.
Right.
When you take ASL out of the mix, it sounds ridiculous. Why is ASL any different?
It's just another language.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Sign language.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, they have my support, and I'm sure everybody else listening.
Yeah. So OP gives a comment after that response. My mom's argument has always been, quote, it's easier for you to stick an implant on your head than for everyone in the family to learn a new language. Yet, she also doesn't view ASL as a real language.
Yeah. I mean, that's been apparent the whole story. It's just
toxic.
Just why is she so against it and just so, it's all denial too.
Yeah. Toxic fucking mom. Absolutely terrible.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah. And this is why I said, like, I don't think all parents have their best intentions for their children.
I hear you on this one. A lot of other things came out after that statement.
Yeah. It didn't age well.
Well, you have to understand that as a parent, I look at it through my eyes. And I look at something, why would I do that? And the only thing that I could say, I did it because obviously I want to give my child the chance to have what quote normal hearing or normal life and be able to play with the other kids and hear the other kids and not have any issues with the other kids. Look, I was, learning impaired, as a child, and I got the snot kicked out of me every day of elementary school. Wasn't a day I didn't get beaten up. And nobody wanted to see that for me, but I lived it. And so if I had a child that, had some impairment and had some issues, I would do whatever I could so they wouldn't.
Right.
The fact of the matter is that she was very comfortable to go to a school and actually learn, the life of signing. That would have been better. And that community is much more sweet. They're probably less hostile than normal kids. Because I remember that Morgan would go to school, and one time she went to school, and she says, I don't want to go to school anymore. I don't like going to school. These people are horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she went through Mean Girls, and let me tell you, it wasn't fun. And they probably don't have that kind of lifestyle in these other schools, so they don't live that, that shallowness.
I don't know. I think there's bullying in any community you live in, no matter what it is. I think
that's probably true.
If you're in a community of, same like-minded peers, same ability peers, you're going to run into your own cliques and drama regardless. But I think it's just silly to not set your child up for success. And if you can put them in a community that, similar like-minded peers where they can learn and thrive, put them in that community. They're going to have to deal with the real world on a day-to-day basis. Why make their life and education any harder than it needs to be? Selfish.
Yep. Yep.
On to the next one.
Let's go.
Holly keeps kicking me.
I think she's dreaming.
See
Rolling right along.
Okay, on to the next one. Am I the asshole for refusing to buy my daughter new bed sheets and blankets? My 54-year-old male, daughter, 16 female, has some perfectly good bed sheets and blankets. My girlfriend, who I am engaged to, has started the process of moving into my house. She has a 14-year-old son and a 21-year-old daughter. Her 21-year-old daughter will only be staying over sometimes on weekends, but the rest of the time she's away at college. However, this weekend, she drove to our house from her college campus because she wanted to see her mom's new house. She initially was just going to stay for the afternoon, but afternoon turned into night and her mom didn't want her to make the hour-long drive back to campus when it was dark out. Her brother's room was all set up, but the room that we're converting from a guest bedroom to her bedroom when she stays over is still under renovation because my girlfriend's daughter is still looking over catalogs and can't decide how she's going to decorate it. She goes into the guest bedroom and says the bed does not look comfortable and she'd rather sleep on the couch. My girlfriend says to her daughter that she will not be sleeping on the couch. My daughter was at my mom's house for the weekend and she has a pretty comfortable bed, so I offered that bed up to my soon-to-be stepdaughter. She spends the rest of the night in the room and goes back to college in the morning. My daughter calls me into her room today and shows me the blood stains all over her sheets and also on her blanket. My daughter angrily says the blood is, quote, like still wet in some areas. My girlfriend comes in and says, quote, oh, yep, I can smell it from here. I think I know what's going on. She shakes her head and says that her daughter hates wearing bottoms to bed, and that includes during her period. She apologizes to my daughter and says she'll speak to her daughter about it and leaves the room. My daughter says that this will be impossible to get out of white sheets and her blanket and said she always sleeps with a towel when she's on her period. I tell my daughter that we shouldn't let our tempers run wild here and that she's done laundry before so she can do it again and that her soon-to-be stepsister is family now, so there's nothing gross about it. My daughter asked me to take her to Bed Bath & Beyond for new sheets. I didn't get why she was so grossed out because she was also a girl, and I assume desensitized to period blood. She also personally wiped up her mother's vomit and blood when she was sick, so I don't get why she couldn't clean her sheets just this once.
This is an easy one.
Oh, God.
Right?
I mean, maybe.
Somebody better be buying their daughter new sheets. It's simple. She doesn't have to go, wash the sheets. Someone else do bedding to this kid.
Absolutely, but here's what OP says. So I told her to just let it go and that I wasn't asking my girlfriend's daughter to come back just to do laundry when she stays over. She'll probably have a set of chores too. Am I the asshole? He doesn't want to buy her sheets.
Oh no, he is the asshole. He's got to buy. He's got to buy her new bedding, new sheets, and also has to tell his girlfriend to please advise his daughter when she comes, bring her own sheets.
Absolutely disgusting. Just because the whole comment too, oh, you're a woman, you're desensitized to period blood.
Right.
What the fuck?
Let me. You've known me for a few years. What would I have done in this case? There wouldn't even been a discussion.
You wouldn't have let anyone sleep in my bed because you know how mad I would have been.
Well,
True.
I would never let anyone sleep in your bed anyways.
True.
I mean, it's your bed.
You've asked once or twice.
If you were gone for a month and I had guests and it was a guest room to me, I would certainly not use your sheets. I would get fresh sheets. It would not
But their
involve you.
skin cells are still shedding all over my mattress. That's gross.
Through the mattress pad and everything else?
Yeah.
And it would
That's
all
why
be
they
washed
say
before
you
you
need-
came back?
That's why they say you need to get a new mattress once every 8 years.
It's like when you go to a hotel.
Yeah, but
I mean, you go to a hotel. I mean, everything's changed and it's fresh.
I don't know. You want some random person sleeping in your bed?
What, do I want? I mean, if I was out of town and I had guests, or if I had guests and I was in town and they needed a nice room, I would give them my room and I would go sleep on the couch if I needed to, or in the other bed. I wouldn't care.
I do that for family. I've definitely done that for family.
I'll give you a wonderful example. My friend Krista and her sister are coming to town. And I know fully that I would say, here's my room, here's my bed. Go, and I would get new bedding, new sheets and say, go to it. And I would feel nothing about it. And I would wash everything when they were gone and return my
but
thing.
I think the whole free bleeding and not wearing bottoms to bed.
Well, that's what I mean. That he was fucked up by not saying immediately, I'm going to fix it.
Yeah.
It's his job to fix it.
Dude's a fucking idiot.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I can't even imagine. I would be moving out. The level of disrespect.
Well,
and just to be
I
like,
think there's a discussion that has to take place and be a responsible discussion.
this dad's a fucking idiot. I don't think anything's going to go and stick in between those 2 ears of his.
Well, one can only hope that that if they can have a decent, smart conversation, they can make progress.
True. I'm still a little confused though when they said you cleaned up your mom's.
One has nothing to do with the other.
Right, but
Yeah, I'm sure the mom was sick, cancer,
But-
and just trying to use it as an example of like she was comfortable doing that. Why isn't she comfortable just cleaning the period sheets?
She shouldn't have to.
it's very different too.
She shouldn't have to.
Yeah.
That girl should have made sure that place was returned. Look, I go to people's homes and I stay at their homes and they give me a guest room. I make sure before I leave in that morning that all the beds are stripped and everything's brought down to the laundry and it's ready to go into the washer if I don't put it in the washer myself.
Yeah.
That's etiquette. Take
Yeah.
care
I
of
mean,
it.
do you think she knew? She had to have known.
Yes.
Oh God,
You don't just wake up in a puddle of blood and not know.
So is she just used to like, oh, I'm gonna go sleep over at my friend's house and then just leave it?
I guess. I don't know.
Like-
It's so disgusting.
It is disgusting.
I just can't even imagine because if it leaked all over the bed in like a big puddle, it's on her and her legs and just bleh. So she definitely should have put a towel under her.
It certainly sounds a little bit like Friday the 13th. Let's.
Yeah, it's really something. But yeah, he's the asshole. He definitely needs to buy her new sheets.
Absolutely.
100%.
Let's write him a letter.
Justin, are you ready for your happy one?
Let me get it pulled up here.
Okay. You get nice and ready.
I'm not as familiar with the Reddit situation here. Okay.
Let's hear what you got.
So this came about just, scrolling through Reddit, taking notes from the GF over here, who's the master. And
far from it.
And I found one that when Morgan had the idea for this episode, I just couldn't not read this one.
Okay, I'm ready.
So today I fucked up by telling my whole family that I was going to go jack off.
Ooh.
This happened a bit over 9 years ago.
Oh,
Just FYI.
It's still haunting him 9 years later.
Yeah.
Wait, what was this? This is real. This is you?
No. This is a story on Reddit.
Okay.
To give some background, let's travel back to the fall of 2011. Enter 13-year-old me. As the firstborn of two Christian, old-school parents, I was pretty sheltered as a kid, almost never allowed to play violent video games or even watch PG-13 rated movies.
Or play with himself.
TV shows like The Simpsons and Family Guy were off limits too. Time spent with friends outside of school was pretty limited, and I wasn't allowed to hang out with kids whom my parents saw as bad influences. I didn't have a ton of access to the internet either till I was 14 going on 15. So yeah, I was pretty sheltered, and by the time I was 13, kids all around me were speaking a language I barely understood. Sex and dirty jokes. Yep, I was that kid in middle school that never caught any of the dirty jokes other kids tried telling. So not only did this occasionally lead to some kids teasing me for my lack of knowledge, but it also led to me sometimes picking up new words or phrases and using them without fully knowing what they mean. Usually because I thought it sounded funny or I just wanted a new word. I don't know. So that sometimes led to someone like a friend or one of my parents getting on to me for using a bad word that I didn't know was bad, nor the meaning of. While that happened a few times, this one was by far the most embarrassing. So there was a boy in my class in early 8th grade that would joke about jizzing in the bathroom.
Oh, no.
Of course, the other kids would laugh or express disgust. I thought it was somewhat funny, but I didn't know what jizz really meant. I thought it was pee. I thought jizzing meant peeing. I ended up using that word a few times around my friends and they laughed. So I thought it was just a funnier way to say pee. Fast forward to around early November of 2011. We're having a family get-together at our house. My parents, sisters, grandparents, aunt, and uncle, and a couple family friends were all in attendance.
Oh God, the whole family.
And he's at the table, and let me guess, he's going to say, I have to go jizz.
We're all about to eat our food when I spring up from my chair to head to the bathroom real quick. My dad notices, says, "We're about to eat. Where are you going?" I turned around, smile, and in probably the most excited way possible, tell him, "I'm going to go jizz." The room goes silent, and now everyone, the grandparents, the aunts and uncles, and friends alike, are all staring at me. Most of them remain silent until my mom says something along the lines of, "That's disgusting. Why the hell would you tell everyone that?" Me, being the confused, innocent, and socially awkward fucker I was, had no idea why Mom was mad and everyone looked so shocked. I ended up using the bathroom as I intended to, and when I was done, my dad got up from the table and took me into the other room. At first, he seemed angry and asked me why I would tell the whole family that I was going to go do something like that. And I simply just got more confused and ended up telling him that I meant I was going to go pee. Basically, my dad had to explain to me what jizz actually meant. I also didn't even know what masturbate meant either. Yes, I was that clueless. Dad was less mad after he knew I misunderstood the word, but we still ended up having a very awkward conversation, along with me becoming super embarrassed upon realizing that basically I told the whole family I was going to go play with myself.
God.
Well, after we get back to the dinner table, my dad takes it upon himself to explain what happened, and the entire family proceeded to laugh. Oh, dear God, I wanted to disappear. It may have been a long time ago, but I'm sure this is my story that will bite me at some point at another family gathering.
His wedding.
Yeah, that's what happened.
God.
I just the only experience that I can even compare to this that I find that was acute experiences I have had Taylor when he was 8 years old, and I came in.
Taylor is my little brother, you guys.
And I walked, it was a Friday night, it was after cards, and I walked in the house about 11:30, and my son, who's 8 years old, in front of the TV. I have no idea if his mother was next door or if she was sleeping. I just know that he was in the living room by himself, propped in front of the TV, and on TV was porn, hardcore porn.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, how do I walk in, address him with this, and not scare the shit out of him, not affect him for the rest of his life, but to deal with it. And so I quietly sat right behind him to his side. He did not even know I was there. And I just very quietly just kind of tapped him on the shoulder.
Oh, you weren't trying to scare him?
And I said, what would Mom think about this?
God.
And as fast as I did that, he's trying to change the channel.
Oh my God. Yeah, I would too.
God.
And I was like, it's okay, son. Let's just talk about this a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty young too to discover.
Yeah, he was like 8 or 9.
To discover pay-per-view porn.
And he certainly remembers the moment today. Like it was like I still kid him about it. We still laugh about it.
I mean, it's a weird time when you're slowly figuring things out, mostly from the kids around you. And
I mean, I can certainly share stories about my family and things about, what happened in my own personal experiences with sex. But then again, I would go back to disturbing Morgan with these conversations.
Yeah.
So guys, forgive me. I have to bow out.
I think my favorite part of the whole thing is the top comment here. They go, I remember a Thanksgiving when I was 15 and one of my little brothers was 13. The song Jizz in My Pants was quite popular. My brother and I thought it was pretty funny, but he certainly didn't know what it meant. I know this for sure because in the middle of my dinner, my brother exclaimed, "Grandma, this dinner is so good. I just jizzed my pants." My parents looked in shock and my grandma said, "What?" My brother started to repeat himself and my dad basically lunged across the table to cover his mouth while dying of laughter.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a little lighthearted one to break up the seriousness here.
Yeah, definitely.
Good job.
You might just have to end on that note. It was pretty good.
I just you just picture either being the person who didn't know
Yeah.
Or you picture like you're at a Thanksgiving and there's, someone younger than you and that happens. I would just die laughing.
I know.
I couldn't even imagine being in the middle of that.
Kids say the funniest things, and like, at least he wasn't actually going to the bathroom to jack off. Like, he had the perfect excuse. Like, he was a clueless kid.
Right.
So, God, that's hilarious.
It's cute. All right, what do you got for us?
So, up next, am I the asshole for not giving my stepson half of my daughter's college fund? My stepson, 18 males, father was not involved in his life, but said he had a college fund. He ended up changing his mind and kept the college fund for his new child. I don't have a college fund for him because I always assumed his father was paying like he said he was. When my stepson found out what happened, he and my wife want me to split from the money in my daughter's 17 female account. I refused because the money in there was a gift from my late wife's parents. When I refused, they asked me to sell my daughter's rings. The thing is, the ring was given from her mother for when she was supposed to get married, but she didn't live until then. I know it will crush my daughter's soul to sell it. My stepson and wife are saying it's favoritism, and I do feel a little bad. Am I the asshole?
I honestly don't think so.
No.
Especially with the circumstance regarding where the money came from.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's just, and
It's not his money to give.
right. And it's just such a weird place to be because you have your wife and your stepchild now. And it just feels so weird. Like, can you imagine having that come out of nowhere and they ask? And I don't know. It just doesn't feel right.
He is not the asshole.
No, it doesn't. It definitely doesn't feel right. It feels very manipulative. Like, oh, you're playing favoritism because he's your stepson. Like, at the end of the day, I'm sure he, depending on how long the kid has been in his life, I'm sure he's been, a great, surrogate dad to this kid. But at the end of the day, this money isn't his to give away.
Correct. It came from his wife in a different source. It was a different source of funds.
Yeah.
The fact that if he wants to go out and sell his car or do something different on
He
his
can sell
own,
his own shit
he
all
can-
day.
He can do that all day long.
Yeah.
It's up to him, but he's not allowed to take it from his daughter. That's hers. It was earmarked for it. He could certainly I would certainly try to file a suit against the kid's father.
Yeah, especially
Because
if
he made a commitment and a codicil
Yeah.
to his son.
Yeah.
And because he decided to change that he can't do.
That's where the problem lies in this
Yeah.
whole thing. That's where the issue is.
That real dad
That's
is the
where the
asshole.
asshole is. Yeah.
And that is where, remedy needs to come from. Because they were actually counting on that. They planned for it. It was committed to them. And he is now reneging on a commitment or a deal or a codicil.
Yep.
So I don't know if it, what the laws really are for something like this, but that's
Yeah.
where I would seek retribution to solve the problem.
Yeah, especially if the dad was doing that as a stipulation instead of child support.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'll put $500 a month in a college
yeah.
fund instead of child support, because then you really have a case
Then it
to
becomes
sue him.
legal real
And,
quick.
and,
Yeah.
and the kid could actually sue the father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's so messed up. But I think it's really, really fucked up the fact that, like, okay, if he was safekeeping the ring just because the mom wasn't involved, that's one thing. But the mom died. She is no longer there. So that is the only, like, thing on her wedding day that she's going to have of her mom. Like, that's sentimental value.
Yeah, you can't mess with that stuff.
No.
That's not even in the question. Like,
So-
it's bad
so
enough
bad.
to just ask to split the money, but then to sell, no.
Yeah.
No.
There's student loans. I think if the stepmom wasn't preparing anything for her son, at the end of the day, like, that's kind of on her as a parent. Like, if he's already, if his biological dad is already an absentee father and doing a shit job, why are you entrusting your kid's college career in him?
True.
It's a lot of faith you're putting in a deadbeat dad.
True.
So I think, take out some student loans or help your son finance college. I think there's other ways to go about it, and go to community college first and get your generals done and then transfer, or just do everything.
Look, every child is different because, again, we go back to circumstance. Circumstances change. But if anything that have anyone that is the asshole, it is certainly the biological father, and the kid's got some claim against that father because he made promises.
A little bit the stepmom though too.
Yeah.
I think the stepmom's being a little toxic and
Yep.
could qualify for the asshole.
Well, yeah.
I just wouldn't even feel, I wouldn't even think to, but just to be comfortable enough to even make that ask.
That's
Or even to think that
it's so out of line.
that you are owed that, or that's what's right.
It's favoritism by you not
Yeah.
splitting her money that was given not by you even as her dad, but by her grandparents.
Yeah.
It's not your money to touch. So the top comment, not the asshole. You can't give away something that was given to your daughter by your late wife's parents. It's her money. Nor should you be selling the rings. Again, not yours. Just because your current wife's ex-husband is an asshole, that doesn't mean your daughter should suffer. Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's very, very, very well said. So this next comment, the idea that your wife and son feel entitled to something that belongs to your daughter is horrendous. It's not like you put the money in there. It is wrong to take from her because his father is a shitbag.
Sounds a little bit to me like Cinderella.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly it.
Yeah. They go on to say, co-sign for a loan if you're interested in helping your stepson. Hide the rings somewhere wifey and son can't get them. And
Yep.
remember, you're not the asshole. Don't let them guilt you into being a bad father.
Yeah, it's just that's just so many red flags going on.
I think wifey needs to be stomped on a little bit on this one.
Yeah, absolutely. She's crossing a line and being such a toxic bitch.
That is not a nice.
Very manipulative.
Yeah,
Very.
not nice.
But let's say he did put the money in there. Where do you stand then?
If who put the money in with it?
If he had put the money in and built that college fund up.
I still say that
Yeah.
if he put the money in for his daughter, and that was the intent because this guy made a commitment, that was the deal.
I agree.
Even if it's not court of law, like worthy, if you can't press charges or sue the dad for keeping the money, I think at the end of the day, there's a lot of people in this country that pay for college on their own. I did. I didn't really have a lot of help for college. If I told you guys what my student debt is, you'd probably puke. But it's 6 figures. Maybe make some guesses. Maybe I'll put a post on Instagram and we can make some guesses.
Yeah.
But it's 6 figures. It's above 150K. I'll give you that, which it's really fucking bad and sad. I want to cry just thinking about it. But there's people that make sacrifices to afford their education. I'm, unfortunately one of them. And so I think, there's other ways to go to school, and a lot of people do it on their own. And if the mom wants to help, then that's great. And if he wants to help, good for him.
Kind of reminds me how everyone dips their hands in for inheritance, and how just tumultuous it gets when things like that go down.
Oh my God, money makes people do crazy, crazy things. This other comment I really appreciate, not the asshole. This, take the rings out of the house now. Too many posts where someone decided to sell behind the other's back. Your job is to protect your daughter. That money was left to her, as were the rings. Help him take out a loan, support him in other ways, reach out to his side of the family, but leave your daughter's stuff alone.
Yes. Get
Yeah.
a lockbox somewhere.
Yeah. Edit. Also, make sure your wife does not have access to your daughter's account. Again, people do shitty things. It should not matter to her unless she is trying to access it.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
Yeah, people get crazy.
Yeah, I could see if she's already being emotionally manipulative, she'll I could just see her selling the rings and just, it was the right thing.
It's just a slippery slope.
It is really, really bad.
Well, I would hope she wouldn't do that.
We all hope.
Yeah, you really have a lot of faith in people, whereas I've read one too many Reddit stories. And I know that people are not, I think obviously we all have good in us, but there's some people out there that just don't care who they hurt in the process of getting what they want.
Very true.
I've got one more for us.
Okay.
So the next one, am I the asshole for telling my daughter to divorce her husband? Okay, I'm aware the titles made me sound controlling, but please read the entire story so you understand where I'm coming from. My daughter, 26, is married to this terrible man. He does not work nor clean. He just plays video games from the money I give my daughter. She's overworked, and honestly, I think she should leave him. Every time I bring it up, though, she says it's not my business and it's going fine. I know it's not my business to meddle in their relationship, but to me, this is unacceptable. Well, last week was the last straw. She came to her home and overheard her husband say he's only with her because he's waiting for me and my wife to die to get an inheritance from my daughter. He also said he'll wait till he's drained it and then leave her. She told me this because she wants me to pay for therapy to help him. I'm done with this utter bullshit, hence the Reddit username I chose. I told her she has to leave him. I don't feel bad one bit, but she keeps saying it isn't my place to meddle in her relationship. I told her she has to leave him because I won't give her an inheritance, knowing this man is going to waste it. She says I'm an asshole and to stop controlling her life. Am I the asshole? It's your money. Like, no, you can do whatever you want with it. And if you see someone like your daughter's an adult, she's 26. I think obviously you can help family at whatever age. And I'm 27 and receive help from family. But if it's being abused and your help is not being appreciated and you know that someone is saying crazy things like this, like, no, cut them off.
There are many ways of dealing with situations like that. But the bottom line is that he can simply just say, I'm not interested in putting you in my will.
Right.
There's ways of doing trusts, that spendthrift trusts that can be simply to support her needs of existence that he can't touch.
Yep.
There are many ways around this
She's
corner.
still going to pull the money and help him, though.
The bottom line is, no, she can't pull. If he does a spendthrift trust, he can't get the money. It's simply about paying for food for her and that kind of thing. She has no control and be able to take it. There's an executor that would be put in place to manage all this.
Sounds like you need to go comment.
Or he can just say, I'm not interested. And he's not controlling her. She can stay married to him, but he can just cut her off financially.
Yeah.
Even right now.
I would. I absolutely would. I'd cut her off.
I'd
Because
cut
he'd
her
probably
off,
leave.
and then the guy would leave.
You force her hand. But
Yeah.
it's just,
Or he'll get a job and he'll become a man.
Not a chance.
yeah, I don't
Not
know
a
about that.
chance.
It is such a weird, I can only imagine being a parent to this situation, but I just feel bad for the girl too. Like, how blind to your current situation do you have to be to put up with something like this?
Yeah. And then you overhear this conversation.
Right.
I'm going to drain her. I'm only sticking around until he dies, blah, blah, blah. And then
That's like a movie.
Yeah. But then your first thought is, I need to help him get therapy. Not,
Right.
not I need to divorce this fucker. Because that's,
Yeah.
no.
So what's wrong with the picture, huh?
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe she's
What's her username, by the way, since you mentioned that?
his username, I believe. They never mentioned.
his username.
No, they never mention male or female, so we don't know. But their username is utter bullshit. Am I the asshole?
I love it.
Yeah, I think you definitely got to cut him off and hope it's kind of like nip it in the bud. Hope he just disappears.
Tough love.
Yeah.
That conversation's the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Tough love. It's not about him supporting her. They'll figure it out. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, well, it sounds like she has a job too because OP does mention she's overworked. So it sounds like she does have a job, but OP is probably, helping support the husband and just sitting around doing nothing.
It just sounds like one of those classic situations where, like, oh, I want to fix him. I want to help him. I want to do this. But it's like, girl, get out there. There's so many. And I just feel
There's
like
so
I've
many
said
better
this so many
people.
times, but there's so many people out there.
There is.
To where I've known people get out of those situations and then realize all of a sudden at the end when they thought that was all it ever would have been.
Yeah.
Where they thought that was the best. That was all they were ever going to get. And then all of a sudden they're in a whole different world. It's sad.
It is sad. And I think it's hard when you're in, an emotionally abusive relationship, a physically abusive relationship, it's hard to look at anything else or get another perspective from
Yep.
it. I think you're just so enveloped in that relationship and
Look,
what you
reality
think is
is
love.
if the father quits giving money and she doesn't have enough to barely make it, she'll force him to go out and start working, or she'll kick him out. It
Yeah.
will
You'd
fix
hope.
it. That problem will fix itself.
Yeah. So OP does give an edit. I can see your comments and I'm planning on cutting her off so he leaves, since a lot of people suggested it. That includes the inheritance. I will stop paying her and will cut her out of the will to get rid of the leech, like you guys said. I will be updating you all soon with a post.
Beautiful.
Top comment, not the asshole. Tell the dude to his face that your daughter has been cut out of your will and that she will not inherit
Yes.
a dime.
Yes.
I suspect that would solve the problem very quickly. And do please present it as something that has been done, not as something that will be done.
Love it.
Yeah. I'm just going to peek real quick at his account and see if he did give an update. Well, guys, there's no update.
Okay.
Post has
Got any
been
more?
removed.
Are we going for one more?
That's all I got. That's all she wrote.
That's all they
You're
wrote.
off the hook.
That's all
You
she
made
wrote.
it. You survived.
And it was easy.
Yeah, look at
Guys,
you.
it was nice. I probably wasn't as entertaining as they thought I would be for you, because I really did put a cap on it a little bit. because I got my pee-pee slapped apparently in the very beginning, that I say things that are like, way too off the wall.
I mean, just using that saying, I got my pee-pee slapped. I mean, you brought it. There you go.
So
I think the saying is I got my hand slapped.
is that what it is?
I think
Yeah,
so.
that's the saying.
I didn't feel like I got my hand slapped.
Gross. Well, thanks guys for joining us on another episode of Two Hot Takes. There is going to be a deep dive story going on the Patreon account. And, at the beginning we mentioned family drama and
A deep dive, like in scuba diving.
basically a deep dive story where we get into it. So on the deep dive story, not only will you get to hear about family drama, but you'll get to witness a little bit of ours. So it'll be good. So tune into that, check out our Patreon, and look for some merch, because that's going to be coming soon. So check out the Instagram for a sneak peek at some of
So
that.
I'm glad you all
You
love my daughter and Justin, and that they're great people, just who they are. It's not because of me. She's got a great mom.
Yeah, but you did a lot, despite us battling on today's episode.
Apparently, it was a lot of my misbehaviors.
It definitely played its part, yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We had fun.
Who do you think you are over there doing my sign off?
I'm
We're
your guest
getting real
host.
comfortable over here,
I'm
huh?
your guest.
One episode in and he's taking the wheel.
I'm your guest host.
Well, feel free to tell me what you think of my dad and if we should invite him back or if it's a one-time only offense.
Please do that.
But until next time.
Until
bye.
next time.
Until next time. Well, that's only if you vote me on or off.
It's like Survivor.
Vote me off the couch.
Bye, guys.